We're proud to announce a first of its kind cloud to cloud connection between Onshape PCB Studio and Altium 365. Here's how it works. ECAD engineers lay out their boards and design their circuits on a PC in Altium Designer and publish it to the Altium 365 cloud. When it's ready for mechanical review, the mechanical engineer opens the circuit board in a PCB Studio tab in Onshape. Simply navigate through the workspaces that you have access to and select the circuit board and the variation that you want and bring that in directly to Onshape PCB Studio. Note that you have full fidelity of the board with traces, copper, silkscreen, and 3D components. The 3D components are actually being downloaded in the background and being stored in a library. What's happening right now is that Onshape in the Altium 365 service via Octopart is now downloading full 3D representations from supplier websites in the Octopart service through Altium 365. The next time you refresh this inside of Onshape, you will notice that you have a full fidelity model with detailed components. Those detailed components are stored in a folder inside of Onshape for future use. Let's actually build this board now as a full BREP Onshape assembly with full representation of components so that we can perhaps make modifications or additional work that needs to be done in concert with the ECAD design team. In this case, I need to go ahead and change the shape of the board. Let's do that by editing in context, right? Let's just go ahead, top of the part, sketch out a rectangle. Notice that the tracers are still here in the Part Studio as features along with the other PCB elements that we have introduced recently, like tagging of holes. But you can see the decals are actually listed in the tree here as well in as tabs in the document. All right, let's go ahead and drop in a hole that we want to add to the board as well for a PEM fastener. Let's use the hole tagging feature for PCB holes to establish this as a mounting component for a PEM fastener owned by the MCAD user. All right, let's go to the assembly, see everything up to date. Let's move this component over as well. And I think these are the changes that we wanted to accomplish. Let's go back to the PCB Studio and update it from the Onshape assembly so that we get all the changes. You'll note that the board will come in with all of the locations for the new components, but the graphics for the decal are gone. Let's push this now to the Altium project so that we can reproduce the circuits based on the new locations and get it back in the Onshape. And inside of Altium Designer on a PC, we're using the MCAD Code Designer to accept these changes. So it lists every change out. We apply those changes. They're immediately visible here. And then we can save these to the Altium 365 cloud inside of Altium. And now they're being stored centrally on the A365 cloud. After a few moments, just bring that back in with a pull request from the Altium pull button, and you will see everything hooked back up again as far as decals, traces, silk screens, etc. And there we go. Of course, we would need to push this back to the Onshape assembly as well. So we just update the existing assembly that exists. This is great data management practice to go through it in this way because we're not dealing with files anymore. We have a full history of everything that's happening. All right. Of course, from here, we can even look at Altium information from PCB Studio. I can access the schematics, single line diagrams, and other circuit board information, bill of materials, etc. To set this up, it's wicked easy. We just go to your personal account preferences inside of Onshape, and you'll have your Altium 365 integration right here. We hope that you really enjoy this integration of Altium 365 and Onshape, and hope that it brings your ECAD and MCAD teams closer than ever before.
With this update, you can now select and move multiple control points at the same time, similar to what we added to Edit Curve recently, instead of adjusting them one by one. Use a reference to position and orient the triad exactly where you need it, then make clear, consistent translations across all selected points. Reset the triad at any time without disturbing your geometry. The result? More precise routing edits, fewer repetitive steps, and better control, especially on complex curves.
Onshape continues to invest in the in-context editing experience. In this release, when you choose to edit a component in context, or when choosing to switch to the relevant part studio, the chosen component will now be selected and highlighted in the graphics area and parts list of the reference part studio. This will make it easier to stay focused on the work at hand and not have to worry about finding the selected component. In Onshape's continued effort to increase performance for complex models, now as you move your cursor over geometry rapidly, Onshape will delay highlighting that geometry. This will both make it less distracting and more performant, as every entity hovered over no longer needs to appear on screen.
Model-based definition now supports the application of centerline dimensions for turned parts like this. Just go ahead, dimension to the centerline and the edge that you wish, and choose the tolerance option.
Collaborating with others is a fundamental part of Onshape's DNA. Administrators can now uniquely control how your data can be shared for subfolders nested inside of top-level folders and project structures. This opens up and simplifies the process of controlling what content is available for different users and teams. For example, you can now share the subfolder of a design with an external supplier, giving them limited access to a subset of the design's data. Likewise, you can share a folder as view-only with other collaborators for review or delivered assets. And like document sharing, you can share folders to entire teams while defining those same visibility options. Each user or team shared in this manner will be able to access the contents of those folders from the Shared with Me button from the left-hand navigation in the Documents view in Onshape. This ensures that even if they don't have access to the entire folder structure, they will be able to quickly find the relevant content shared with them. This provides more ways to collaborate in real time with all stakeholders of the design process.
Versions are powerful tools for capturing design iterations. It can be quite useful to initiate a release candidate to assign a revision directly from an existing version. New to Onshape, you can now add elements from other documents to release candidates even if they've been initiated from a previous version. Use the version graph button to select the correct version in this linked document from which to create the revisions. Finally, select and add the components to which we want a revision applied. We'll finish filling out the release candidate with all necessary information, including selecting the approver, and we'll submit it like normal. Once approved and released, the revision is created in the appropriate version in each of these documents.
When creating whole callouts in Onshape that automatically calculate quantity, you can now hover over the callout to highlight all of the holes it references. This makes it easier to understand which holes have been properly detailed on your drawings.
Live navigation is a new option in Render Studio that uses local rendering during viewport navigation to reduce latency. This improves interactive rendering performance during complex render scenes like this one. To enable it, choose the checkbox under the scene panels here. When it's unchecked, you can see it reverts back to the previous behavior of a bounding box. But when you turn it on, you have a couple of choices to play with, but the defaults are really good to go with.